We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. With that, let's get on up to Jacksonville. Standing by for the call, it's our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. With you from the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. CDR matchup here. A couple of teams last year that were really pretty similar. Both under 500, both missed the playoffs, and they both think that they can turn things around in 2019.
Yeah, how about 2018, though? A case of the haves and the have-nots. In 16-game seasons in the NFL, for the first time last year, no one finished 8-8. Now, you know that in baseball, basketball, other sports, turnarounds can take 3, 4, 5 years. In football, it could just be a few months.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive. Throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had, it's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. A huge play there right off the bat. 68 yards. Well, welcome.
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. Off-play action. Blackman. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll get the gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Akers, and they're going to stop it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blackman, he's got it to Matthews, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of mid. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there and a bucket.
Blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Now a toss left side out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Terry. And he'll be out of. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is, things are really unraveling for the Browns. 4 straight losses now after the loss against Denver in Week 9. And that loss to Denver was against a team that was struggling themselves and had a quarterback making his first career start.
Struggling doesn't even begin to say what they were facing against that offense. Sacked the quarterback 9 times, didn't permit the running game to get started. Not much going on good in Denver, but when you talk about Cleveland, the thing that surprises me the most, they're not getting blown out. They just don't know how to win. What their recent history has been. 0-16, learning how to win. They've got to figure out a way to get over the hump.
Yeah, 2-6, and now coming up, they'll play Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and Miami. They need wins, and they down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to to maneuver there. Give him a...
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Complete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check back.
On third down, Franks. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be brought down. 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first. Couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. To throw on 2nd down, Franks. And that going to be incomplete. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Franks. And he comes back with one complete.
We're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. He's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive. And
3rd down. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Franks, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10. And, you know, earlier in this game when they came onto the field for the first time, we were discussing their loss at Seattle that dropped them to 2-6. Now 4 straight defeats. But again, that game, to be honest, they took him to overtime, never got the ball in overtime because Russell Wilson took Seattle down the field and scored the game winner.
And that's the age-old debate that's going on right now, isn't it? Should both teams touch the ball no matter what? Just go and flip the coin, play offense, defense, and make it happen that way. But that's neither here nor there. This Tampa Bay team, when on the road, most expected them to get whacked in this game and took them to the absolute limit. I think this is a team that continues. Good ass, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 5. Going right side here, and that's complete.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Franks. That is caught inside the 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first, the last play of the quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense holds here on the final play of the half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. Tough 3rd down call. From the gun, Blackman. And he's going to find his man out of the back.
A lot more clinical, Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense is more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is after an incomplete pass on second down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Franks. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 30.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there?
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Franks. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this is going to lead to another first. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Double time, double time. 3 down, 3 down.
They'll try and run forward with Davis. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards.
Blitzers still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves crease.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns are going to tack on into the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving. As it hasn't worked so well. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Back to throw. Blackman. But he hits his man, Matthews. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the...
Right. You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Bractor gets a lot of angles.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Blackman looking for his running back, and he's got it. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. Back to throw. Blackman. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw. Blackman. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 10 yards out. As here, after the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it? I think you have that full conversation. So we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
He's going to look deep down the field, and that's caught inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
This game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that one?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times, so defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Mike 6. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike 6. Watch the curls. Hey, check Mike. Mike 6. Quit talking about it. Delta.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Out on the scoreboard. Just over a minute 40 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the timeout, an injured player. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Blackman, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 15 yards as Tampa Bay
Field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Blackman, and that's incomplete.
Thing open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Blackman, and yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3 yards. Looking to throw. Blackman. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over. No play of this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you look back over the score sheet. Interesting. A very clean game. No turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So